A huge welcome, everybody, to our game of the week. Finally, it is here. You can take all that just another game stuff and throw it out. The eyes of the nation are on this field today, and that's what these players live for. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more.
Fired into a tight window and picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, that one cost him. He's just trying to get something started here early in the game, trying to take a chance, but it backfires. The defense in great position to come up with that interception.
First down and goal now. Can they punch it in? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offensive great scoring position here.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a...
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown. Tie. And they'll set up with PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the North Texas offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then end a pick. He shreds the tackle. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Testing the right side here. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker here. He dropped it at the 18-yard line. Brings up a third down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot, they can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Strong defense. They stop him right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
And he'll drop back here on third down. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. Texas's offense is back out there now. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the tailback's got it again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Same tailback, another carry. And they'll stop him short at the line to gain. 3rd and short now for the offense for the +25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert to keep the drive going? easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble now. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down. Comes up short.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Important second down play coming up. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Second down after that completion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Man, I love to see these big fellas get a chance to make a play. Usually it's the guys on the edge, linebackers, but here, the nose guard comes up with a sack.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. And they down this one just shy of the 40-yard line. And the mean green offense is back on the field now. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Receiver makes the grab, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the defense adds 6 with an interception return. And the defense gets involved, scoring a touchdown to suddenly tie this football game.
Just getting a couple turnovers from your defense is really all you can expect. But to be able to get 6 points from them in addition is above and beyond. They get their 6 points, and now they're really thinking about winning this game.
And the point after is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Number 10, set to kick this one away.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team.
And for North Texas, Mean Green will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the North Texas offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Short throw complete to the tight end. And it works. The first down to the 35.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Mean Green. This offense cannot be stopped.
And we're seeing more and more. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. There's the handoff. Solid run. They'll bring it back at the 28-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37. And they pick up the first down as the fullback becomes involved as a playmaker, a guy we usually see throwing blocks.
Yeah, this guy actually played running back in high school. He got a little bit bigger. They moved him to fullback. You can see the athletic ability he still displays. And you're right, he's a physical guy, known for his blocking. But with that background, you can see the damage he can do to a defense.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll run it here. Powering right past the defender. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
They're going to run it here. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
He's got some room. Can he get there? And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught near the sideline. It's Jadowski. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
So now it's third and short from the plus 25. They're in field goal range. Well, let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. So he brings the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Now pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field, going for it on fourth down. And he'll set up to throw. Complete to the running back on this fourth down play. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here, going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looks to his left and makes the completion.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
A completion sets up a second down play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Gets into space at the 50. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for his back. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Oh, and he fumbles.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And now the handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds an open target on the left side. They make the tackle, but not before. Solid gain on that pass.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
High completion sets up an important third down play. He'll try a pass here. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. The offense threatening now, first and goal. And pre-snap motion from the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Running back has it on a screen now. Touchdown, North Texas. This offense really clicking. Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. A little over 20 seconds left here in the first half. They'll come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Snags the quick throw. Breaking free at the 35. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the completion made. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. The shotgun running play call. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And they pick up the first on the ground. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. First down here for this offense.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going up.
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
A pop pass on the jet sweep.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Grab down the middle. It's Jadowski. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Alabama. Made the defense look slow that time.
And, Chris, we finally have a great play here by this offense. A nice touchdown throw by this quarterback. This is his first touchdown pass, not only in this game, but the first of the season. So congratulations to him.
And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. North Texas's offense is back out there now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop him this time. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The QB throws his third pick of the day. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half.
Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a job by this defense. They would simply not relent. Incredible effort.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Lining up to try the extra point. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Mean Green offense is back on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they get him down after the completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Lets it go as he's being hit. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. And this defense reeling after giving up that big play responds immediately with a sack.
Yeah, on the previous play, the offensive line did their job. They held up. Nice job in pass protection to give the quarterback time to make the throw. The very next play, the defense has had enough. This time they win the battle up front and get to that quarterback and come up with that sack.
Ball handed off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And with that, they retake the lead. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's tackled at the 25, same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? From the shotgun, it's a handoff. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. There's a screen pass to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense edge to it.
He's brought down out at the 46. First play of the quarter, offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And now they run the draw play. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That's caught. It's Shaw. Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught on the outside. It's Jadovsky. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
He'll hand it off. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Tough running to avoid a loss that just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. The run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. Touchdown, tied. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The linebacker shifting around now. PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
35, Texas, 30.
And he takes this from inside 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the North Texas offense back on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Receiver makes the catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They look to throw it here on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Kramer. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for the wide out. Caught over the middle. It's Kramer. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44.
A lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
The offense really clicking against this battle defense. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Getting set. Here's second down. Looks right for a quick completion. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush, but give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
Shotgun formation here on third down. It's a quick grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. We reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Handoff here from the shotgun. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And he'll be brought down.
Boy, anything at this point in the game, when you get down to first and goal, get positive yards, that's a good thing. Now, what will they do here on second goal? They spread this defense out, try to create some one-on-one matchups.
Second down and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Touchdown, Mean Green. They jump in front here in the fourth.
Well, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead, and now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
PAT is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They call the counter run here. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. But we stopped short of the first down.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short gain. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. First down, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's an out route, the catch made, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass. But you've got to come up with a first down.
So it's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Moving right through the contact. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
PAT up and good, so the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it away and hope the defense can just hang on for a few more seconds. Return begins inside the 10. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. We've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go. And it's complete downfield. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And it's picked off in the end zone. Well, a really entertaining game. Kirk came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and forth, trade blow for blow. Excellent team win by these guys, doing what they had to do in the final quarter to come out on top.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.